I've gotten a lot done on the vet. Got the center gauges working, got all that done. Got the transmission back in it with another torque tube. That's from a lower mileage car. So I got a different transmission in it. I still have the center console open, as you guys can see. I need to get that closed up, but that's not a concern of mine right now. I'm trying to get everything done so I can try to run it through inspection. That's my big thing I want to do. So that way I can try to get this car tagged. Got everything done all back together, only to find out this wheel bearing is bad. So we're going to do that hopefully today. I ordered a new one, and hopefully it should be here at some point today. We're gonna go ahead and set my stool down so that way I can show you guys what we have to do. First thing, you have to buy a new car. No, we can't do that. Don't have the money for that. So, next thing is fixing the damn thing. So, what we're gonna have to do first is we're gonna have to pull the brake off, put that out of the way, and you know, I should have done that probably. Well, no, I had to pull the lines off anyway, so it didn't matter. I was just thinking I should have done that when I did the rear, when I pulled the differential down, but that wouldn't have made a difference because I had to pull lines out because how they ran. So anyway, back on topic. So pull the caliper off. You take, let's see if I get this light position here. We're going to take that big bolt off there and that big bolt off down there so we can get this caliper off, and we can pull this off. Okay, then we're going to have to disconnect this. We're going to have to disconnect, take this cable back off. We're going to have to take this back off. We're going to have to take that off up there. And we're going to take the bottom one off there. So we can pull the whole knuckle off. We're also going to have to take the nut off. Hopefully I have a socket here for that. I can get that off. So I'm going to try to wire wheel that a little bit to get some of the corrosion off to make it easier coming off. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we can start pulling everything off to hopefully get this wheel bearing out and have it off and ready to put back together before UPS truck shows up. Okay, I got the wheel nut off. That was a pain. So by luck, I have some big tools. So actually, believe it or not, I just bought this yesterday. What was it? Yeah, yesterday at Advance, okay, on their clearance stuff. So I paid like $7 for this big breaker bar. And I mean, it's not a 3/8, it's not a half, it's a 3/4. Okay, so it's a big breaker bar. And by luck, I was going through my toolbox, and I happened to have a socket that was the right size in the toolbox. And I had the adapter going down to half. But I didn't want to break a 1/2 inch thing, because I put a big cheater pipe on it, which is an old antenna bracket, which is steel, galvanized steel pipe. Works great, okay? So, since I'm doing this by myself, what I did then is I started the car up, and I used my 1/2 inch extension and ratchet wrench in a board and pushed the brake with my foot, and then put that up and move the seat forward to hold the brake with the car running. Okay, because you get more brake pressure with it running. So I was able then to use the breaker bar and the pipe to break it loose. So just a trick. So I'm gonna go back to pulling this apart. I'm gonna set the camera up so you guys can watch, and we'll go from there. Okay guys, got it all apart. Easiest thing I found, okay, and I'll explain to you guys what I did so you can understand it. I didn't have a 21 mil wrench to get this bottom off. So what I did is I rotated the knuckle so I could push the half shaft out, and then I can get in here with a socket and get it apart. Then I popped it apart with the ball joint tool, which is yonder. And then I did all that. So basically, first things first is what I did is I took the nut off this. And then I took the nut off this. So then I can get these bolts out, so I can get that out. I stuck one of them bolts back in to hold the parking brake assembly in place so I didn't have it fall off. Then I took the top ball joint off, and then I rotated it, pushed the half shaft out, And then I took the top or the bottom one off. Well, before I broke the bottom one loose, I broke these two loose. So that way they're off. And I took that one out last. And when I took that out, the bearing just fell out. So it's not like in my pickup truck where they're pressed in, which is awesome. So it fell out. So now I'm just waiting for new parts. And then I can put this side back together and maybe run it through inspection later today. We'll have to see what time I get my parts.